I'm going to interview my father, Andres, with his 7 years old. When you were my age 7, what you play?
I used to play with my friends at school. I like very much to play football. I like very much to play table games. And I really like to play metegol and ping pong. That's what I like to play when I was 7. Next question.
Next question.
Here.
Yes.
Here. Perfect. You were right.
When did you like best about school?
Well, about school when I was 7, I like the best part was the breaks when we used to play, but I also like very much math.
Did you play with devices?
Well, at that time we didn't have a lot of devices like you got today, but when I was 7, I used to play with a game called Atari. That was like a PlayStation, but with different games, and we used to have like some big things that we put on the game, and we played with a joystick that was connected with a cable. So it was like an old thing, but it was really cool.
And TV?
Well, it was connected to a TV, but it wasn't like today's TV. It was like a big TV, a fat one. I don't think you have ever seen one of those.
This.
Yeah.
This. What did you play with?
Well, as I told you, I used to play with a ball a lot in football games, but I forget to tell you that we also play with rackets to play tennis. I have played tennis since I was a little kid like you. So we used to use rackets, we used to use balls, we used to play with the Atari when we were home, and at the weekends we used to play with bikes and with skates, also a lot.
What did you play with?
Well, as I told you, I used to play with a ball a lot in football games, but I forget to tell you that we also play with rackets to play tennis. I have played tennis since I was a little kid like you. So we used to use rackets, we used to use balls, we used to play with the Atari when we were home, and at the weekends we used to play with bikes and with skates, also a lot.
When did you play?
Well, at the weekends we used to go to a country club, and there I used to play a lot. But we also played a lot of football at the breaks at school. I remember we had like a short break and a long one. So in the long one we used to play a lot of football. But in the short one we used more to play like with little games that we used to take to school. I also like to play Tinenti with the girls. Sometimes. You have more questions for me, my friend?
Oh, one more.
One more?
What is the name of your country?
I used to go to Miraflores Country Club. That is the same one that you go nowadays. 40 years ago, 34 years ago. That's a long time ago. Any more questions?
Yeah. What was your favorite game?
Well, as I told you, I told you about a lot of games, but my
Ping
favorite game, I used to play ping pong, metegol, skate. I went to used to bike a lot, but my best game was soccer. I used to play a lot of soccer all the time, at home, at the country club, at school. So that it's for long, and it was when I was 7. And nowadays, that's my favorite game.
And what do you know play more?
Well, I don't play. I think because my body is not the same as I was 7, and I hurt my leg 2 years ago, and I had to went in surgery. So from that time, I didn't play more. I couldn't. But I play with you.
Why do you not play with your friends?
That's why, because I'm hurt. But I can play slowly. That's why I play with you.
Because you not play slowly
With my
your
friends. Because my friends, when they play, they like to play rough. They like to win. So I can't play anymore with them. But I used to play tennis nowadays. I like to play tennis a lot. You like to play tennis?
Yes.
Yes. But you like soccer?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, thank you very much for the interview. I love it to make this interview with you. One more?
Sí.
Okay.
Comments.
Well, that's what I was telling you. This interview was awesome. So we should do this more often, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Noah. Give me a gift.